aren't you not competing with them but competing with the ones with toxins?
Yes.
So the ones with toxins have a huge market share. The ones without have a very, very small. Correct. So why not, instead of competing with these guys, you compete with this one?
But I'll be competing with them as well as them. So now my goal is not that. My goal is not competing. See, at least not with them. My ultimate goal is people use any of the good products. It need not be Bhrsa products.
So there is no future where Bhrsa has its own products.
There is, definitely. But it will not be something wherein, we start something from scratch and create waste. It will not be that. It will be some awesome products which are already happening somewhere in the nook and corner, which we will bring into the forefront.
If you were to name 4 products that if you were to find now, which are natural, which are toxin free, which satisfy all of the filters, what are 4 such products? Why I ask this is because our viewers wish to build businesses.
Yes.
So maybe they are the ones who can build a business with you.
Yes.
How can they transition into Bhrsa marketplace and become a business by them?
See, I'll tell you 4 products which people heavily need to look into toxins and reduce their usage of products which are conventionally available.
Let's start with conditioners.
Conditioners, your floor cleaners, your dishwashers, and also shampoos. 4. People really need to change these products which they bring from nearby kiranas or your stores, because they are heavily filled with xenoestrogens, and it's not good for the health.
What is that?
So we call it low tox to simplify. Okay, we know that everything is chemical, because if I just say toxin, people will say everything is chemical, even water is chemical. We know. But what happens is when the chemical component is affecting your health in a negative way, then it's a toxin. Now, why I said xenoestrogen particularly is because these products have high component of estrogens. Okay, our body produces estrogen, a group of hormones, but when our estrogen receptors are exposed to these toxins continuous basis, our body's receptors pick up these estrogens, not our body's estrogens. So there is an increase of estrogen in the body, and in a very simple way, if I have to tell you what happens with increased estrogen in body, is our body starts creating lumps. It may be benign, it may be, cancerous, but lumps outside the body, lumps inside the body are all an effect of increased estrogen in the body. And all these products that we spoke about contribute to increasing estrogen in our body, in our pet's body. These are xenoestrogens. And this is why it's important for people to shift to low tox products.
The question remains, if something is so bad for us, right, and I feel like you get this more often than we will, if something is so bad for me, why is it allowed in the first place? Right? If I know this is carcinogenic, why is it in my shampoo? If I know it is carcinogenic, why is it in my food? Why am I forced to look at ingredients? Why do I need to do this in the first place? Who owns the responsibility? It should not be with me.
If the paint in my house is toxic, why is that paint company the biggest paint company in India?
Why are they allowed to make it? Why are they allowed to supply it? Why should we be able to buy it?
I think this is a question for regulatory bodies, government, policymakers. Is money the only factor that is important? Is network and connections the only factor that's important? Are people's health important? These are questions to ask them. I'm nobody to answer. But through my health journey, I recognize that this is a huge problem. And people are exposed to it unaware. And that is where this company which is operating from heart at the moment has.
You have to believe me, I went to Walmart in Canada and I wanted to buy sour cream. So sour cream is a kind of dip. It is primarily, like in North America, it is fairly common.
Yeah.
On the shelf, there were at least 100 different sour cream companies. And my dad was with me in the Walmart. And I'm going there, I'm picking up each one, looking at the ingredients, and it's garbage, it's garbage, it's garbage, it's garbage, right? Out of the 100, I found one which had two ingredients. The rest of them were just like trash stabilizers that were being put into
Yeah. So you asked me, are
Assuming that in this process that your dad must have been like, "Do just pick up one."
really confused. Then he asked me, and then he's like, Akhil, I have been eating so much of this garbage for 65 years of my life now.
So, see, I want to bring your attention to this point. You asked me, are the partners important for you because your margin is low and all that? This is exactly why the partners are important, because for that one person, I want them to be on Bhrsa without having to try to explain to people that, my product is the actual OG good product for you. People can come with a lot of trust, and they can close their eyes and buy anything, and that's low tox, because any other marketplace is not operating like that.
But the sour cream was from Dairy Farm, and Dairy Farm is a huge corporation in the US. Okay? If a huge corporation makes a good product, can it get on Bhrsa?
Yes, because what's most important for us is, even if it's a huge corporation, at the back end, how are the sources looked after? Dairy, so cows, how are they looked after? Because if their environment is happy, safe, see, there is a huge difference in an animal's hormones or the quality of milk it produces when it feels safe, when it's in a clean environment, rather than, as I told, a cow, hundreds of cows cramped up in its susu potty, its babies, as soon as they're born, taken away from it. This environment is detrimental to the cows and it does not produce healthy milk. So even if it's a huge corporation, but if the way they look after the animals is good and the treatment of the animals is fair, safe, and the ingredients does not have any unnecessary mixtures, then why not? It's a good product. But if the cows are not looked after well, the ingredient has some other mixtures, unnecessary ones, then no.
Shweta, one takeaway from this, one product that each person, not household, but each person should be using or is using currently, which they do not know is bad for them and they should change immediately.
Okay. Which is on Bhrsa or?
One product.
Okay. Floor cleaners. Floor cleaners. People do not realize how they affect. Every morning they use it. So I think, and even dishwashers, because I'll tell too. I'll tell the reason also, because see, we wash the plates after eating and then we think the plate is clean. But they don't realize there is a thin film of the liquid or detergent that you're using to clean the plates on the plate. The next meal, dinner, you're putting in hot rice and you're mixing and you're eating, you're ingesting that toxin into your system. And then people say, मैं तो clean खाता हूँ, कैसे हुआ कैंसर मुझे पता नहीं. And
Guys, I think it is a no-brainer now.
Stigma with, foam, as you rightly said. People think their toothpaste must foam, their dishwasher must foam, their floor cleaners must foam. Foam is added so that you see the foam and it's a feel-good factor. It's not doing anything.
I think it's the marketing.
It is.
Soap commercials, it's foam. I remember Lifebuoy, that commercial of them washing their hands, or doctors that they ever show you in the TV shows, that like scrubbing up, like foam is coming. So you associate foam to clean.
Yeah, the babies playing with foams in the bath. No?
Yeah. Bubble baths as they
Bubble
call
bath,
them.
See, Bhrsa is operating from heart. You rightly spoke about that, but see, one more thing that really bothers me is the future generation. People are losing sight of the kind of place that we are leaving for them. We really need to do better. I know our elders did not, but should we continue the same way? Is a question to ask.
Guys, on that note, I think it is a brain dead decision if you don't use Brisha to buy your at least your floor cleaners and your dishwashers.
And
If
your
not,
shampoos and your conditioners.
there's no conditioner.
At the moment, there's no conditioner, but there is flaxseed.
But if not everything else, please fix your health. Please fix the health of future generations.
Please read the ingredients of the stuff that you buy and you consume.
And please like this video if you got anything out of it.
And go visit bhrsa.com, that is bhrsa.com.
Yeah. Before you end, I want to say something else. The future generation or your child can be healthy only if you are healthy. So take care of your health and environment first. Because when we say future generation, it becomes a mass, and then you don't care about the mass. But think about your child.